brought you this.
Hold it.
I won't.
Please, just hold it.
It told me to find you. It wants to be held.
We've had this watch all this time. Why didn't you return it?
Because it was waiting. And because I was so scared of the doctor.
Why?
Because I've seen him. He's like fire and ice and rage. He's like the night and the storm and the heart of the sun. Stop it. He's ancient and forever. He burns at the center of time and he can see the turn of the universe.
Stop it! I said stop it.
And he's wonderful.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel, The Law and the Promise, where we contemplate, discuss, think about, well, I do. I share my ponderings on this subject of the law and the promise as given to us in the Bible. And, the law is principle, therefore the promise is fulfilled. So it's good to know about these principles that govern your mind and they govern your life and how they work, and this, of course, is my point of view on this subject. And I encourage you to put yours down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Today, we're going to take a deeper look into the meaning of there is no fiction. And there is no fiction because you're being creative and imaginative. And this is, the nothing. You go to the silence, and then out of this silence, out of this nothingness comes everything, right? Imaginative, creative force. Here it is. Okay, and you see it there in your imagination, and when you're talking, you're imagining. Okay. For the most part, when you're talking, you're imagining. You're telling stories, you're weaving stories, you're spewing your personal opinion, and frankly, my dear, no one gives a damn. We all got one. And they all stink. We know you think yours doesn't, but it does, just like everybody else's. Okay. So keep your personal opinions to yourself. That's ego. Okay. And eventually you have to get rid of it because that's identifying as a man. That's what ego is. It's what separates you from God because you're God. And I don't say that lightly. I highly recommend that you don't identify as God until you get rid of the ego. Okay. Get rid of it, and now those uglies and stuff can't come at you because they go with the ego. They belong to man. Okay. God is man. I am God. Okay, Rita is not. She's not anything. Just a character, just a coat I put on when I have to go outside where the ego is. You'll walk amongst the sinners. In the Bible it says he walks in the midst of us. But what that word means, midst, it really means mist. There's a mist. Okay, and he's walking in the mist. And then when you understand who you are, now you're walking in the midst of them. You see clearly, they don't. Okay. And they're your thoughts and beliefs walking around, walking and talking. That's what they are. Now, you may say, well, I never imagined that, or I never. Humanity did. There's only one I. Okay? And there's only one I. Now, who's going to lead the pack that made all this? Okay? Who? Well, Do not be afraid. It is I. You know, if when you're just being, you're just being. You're not being imaginative and creative and all that other stuff. You know everything's perfect. You don't have to go there. Okay? It's all perfect, perfection. Okay? It's nothing. Imagination is nothing. All of this is nothing. All of it, including energy, is nothing. It's nothing. All right? It has substance. There is a substance to it. And it's the essence. Okay? And the essence is everyone and everything. And it's filled in every crack that you think is a big old gaping hole. No, the essence is there. Will hold you. The essence will make it seem as if you're flying, but you're really swimming in the essence. You know, the core of everything. It's the substance of all. The truth. That substance. It's never changing. And it's the I. Okay, the infallible, incorruptible, incorrigible I. You have to lose all your little picadillos, your beliefs about everything. And that's losing the ego. Once you lose the ego, you can go have some real fun without thinking about the outside world. Okay, that's the deal. Okay, that's the deal. You give up the ego and you get everything. You get to live and all this fun stuff here, and you don't have to come back here to this hellhole. Isn't it wonderful? There's only one I. Okay. It's one I. That's it. Now, the statement is, I am that. I am. I am that. I am a bush on fire that doesn't burn. It's the light. I am the light. That's what it was saying. I am that. Okay. I am the light that doesn't burn a material thing. I am the light. Okay. I'm powerful like a fire. I am the light. That's what it's saying. It's like a mama cow with its tits out, and it's just sitting there being the cow. And they all come up and get everything they want. That's why those statues and pictures of the cow feeding all these calves are everywhere, you know, in ancient times. That's what it's like. It's the essence. It's feeding you the essence. That's why Jesus says, you know, eat this bread in remembrance of me. You're eating him. You're eating his light. You're eating his soul. You're drinking his light. He's telling you the deeper meaning, you know, it's the light. So the deeper meaning to there is no fiction is a reminder to you that your true self, the I, okay, is on its way to save you. Okay, it's using your imaginative and creative juju inside of you to connect. The story, you connect to certain stories. There's certain actors, there's certain people, there's certain music that all resonates with you. Okay, there's a reason. They're trying to tell you. They're the little angels all over you saying, wake up, wake up. We know it's perfectly fine. We know you hit your head. Come on, wake up, wake up. So it's recognizing that the I is eternal, never ending, never was born, and never dies. Okay, you were never born. Man is a figment of God's imagination. I am the one. I am not Rita. She doesn't exist, except when she's got to be out amongst the sinners. Okay. This is, he tore himself asunder to come down here. Okay? You gotta tear it apart. So, he's been Johnny Appleseed throwing this divine spark inside of each one of us. But we have to grow that spark into a soul. And this is what is meant by you were born in darkness. You were born in ignorance. You were born not knowing. The people you were with did not know or understand they were in darkness. So there's no one to blame. Okay? But you were born in darkness. You've never existed except in imagination. So, in order for you to become real in the world of reality, the world of light, okay, you have to grow up and come to an understanding of what it is. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, when you are, whatever. People came to obtain this kind of understanding. Okay. Now, they wrapped it around their egos, and there's all kinds of stories to tell you what happens when that happens. In the Greek myths and the Hebrew Bible are some of the best examples of that. Okay. But most people, when they read these things, they're reading them and through their point of view. Well, the Bible is one of those magical books that it doesn't matter what point of view you have, it will help you in whatever way you perceive it. Okay, if you're sincere and really, believe. Now, there's other religions, that follow that same path. But what the Bible states is it's the Greeks and, the Hebrew Bible. These tell the story. Now, the Quran says it as well. It gives credit to the Bible. I got this from the Bible. Okay. And it's rightly called the prophet. It's him telling his side of the story through his point of view and how he went to nothingness and got all this stuff. Okay, look, out of nothingness, in the middle of the desert, I built this great temple to God, which is, raising a false god. And fairy tales are a constant reminder that it doesn't matter how much you dig, what you've been doing, what's going on. If you find beauty in life, despite the circumstances, and are happy and joyous in that beauty, then you will get everything. You get it all. Prince Charming comes and he saves you. So I hope this helps. There is no fiction. It's to inspire and elevate and dignify the hearts and minds of men and women, to make their imaginations soar and fly and give them that feeling. Because this place is not about being intellectual. Okay? It's not. Wisdom, beauty, grace, love. That's what it's about. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
Why this doctor, who had fought with gods and demons, why he'd run away from us and hidden? He was being kind. He wrapped my father in unbreakable chains, forged in the heart of a dwarf star. He tricked my mother into the event horizon of a collapsing galaxy, to be imprisoned there forever. He still visits my sister once a year, every year. I wonder if one day he might forgive her, but there she is, can you see? He trapped her inside a mirror. Every mirror. If ever you look at your reflection and see something move behind you just for a second, that's her. That's always her. As for me, I was suspended in time, and the doctor put me to work standing over the fields of England as their protector. We wanted to live forever, so the doctor made sure that we did.